YouTube. Here I am again. So it's been a while since I've posted a Lolita video because I'm not that very active. Right now I'm wearing actually a vintage shirt from my mom from the 60s, but you know, it's kind of cute. It has a bow. I like it. As you may tell or start guessing from my lovely little out of focus cat false gauge earrings and my lovely hat, is that I got a lovely package today that involves cats and Lolita. So I ordered from MyLolitaDress.com in February. Said it was going to take 6 months. It took 8. I ordered it end of February, and it is now July the 14th. So it took a long time. That being said, each time that since I erroneously did not create an account, which would have helped with the tracking and everything, each time I reached out via Facebook, the person there was very, very helpful, actually, and pretty fast, within a day, sometimes within hours, updating me on the status of it, there was a whole lot of orders, so it took a long time. It's a very popular dress, by which I mean Honey Honey is the name of the brand, and the dress is called My Cat's Self-Portraits. Right, Cat Self-Portraits. And I haven't even opened the package yet. Haven't even opened it. I'm super excited, so I'm gonna open it right now for you guys, and it's gonna be great. I wanted to do this in an area with a little better lighting in general, but unfortunately, right now it's about 90 degrees out, and the place with the best lighting in my house is a porch, and I was trying to record, and I think my laptop was just plain overheating, which did not work. I have an invoice. It has my name. It has the description of the item, totally in Chinese. Continuing. So I've been looking forward to this dress because I had a moment where I was sitting there and talking with my sister and my husband about what I would love in a Lolita dress. And I said, I like dresses that follow parts of my lives, because we have prints, and prints are wonderful. And because prints are wonderful and you can express a lot in them, I want to express parts about me in them. So my sister recently showed me a chest skirt, which was really cool, but I was waiting for this one to come in, and I didn't want to jump in on making a whole or other coordinate yet until this one actually arrived. But this one involves cats, and I have 3 cats. I have 2 lovely fluffy butts that I think are some sort of mixed breed with a Maine Coon, because they're pretty big, they're really fluffy, and they have little fuzz between their paws, and it's so cute. And then we have, that's Hippopotamus and Climber, and then we have Ezio, which is a really cute, slim, kind of gray and white cat, so super, super cute. So I was talking to my sister and my husband, I'm saying, I would like a dress with cats in vignettes, looking human and being generally cute. And then the dress existed. So I resisted for about 3 months. I saw one on Lace Market. It sold. I felt terrible when it sold because I didn't get it. And then finally, they put it up for pre-order again on My Lolita Dress. So it comes in a garment bag, which is lovely because I don't have that many garment bags. It feels like a very thin plastic garment bag with some like knurled texture to it. I'm sure that'll be enticing for my cats in the closet, but I generally try to keep them out of the closet. I got a large due to my bust being about 36 or greater, and my waist being, I think it's 28 and change. Basically because I was choosing between the 2 styles of this, and one was higher with a cut, you know, right below the chest, and the other one went down a little lower to the waist. I opted, because of my chest and my waist size, to have the one that kind of came up and had the seam right here. And you can see, I can already see this thing is quite lovely. The buttons are little roses, which are very charming, and the lace is soft. The bows are nice and neat, and something I couldn't see as well on the pictures is that there's a bit of a patterning to the actual top part too. I don't know. Can you guys see? I guess you can see a little. It has actually little darker magenta-y areas and everything as well. On our strap, we have 3 buttons to adjust for your height. Usually I've seen the strap buttons here instead of the other way around, because if I'm moving this lower, then this part might flop down a little, but maybe not, because on the back we have our elastic shearing with a good amount of stretch, doubles in size, and of course once this is tied up with a ribbon, which I don't see at the moment, might be in a bag like this, haha, it'll probably hold the top up and prevent it from flopping. So there's the other version of this, which I like the detail of, that this one doesn't have. Actually had an uneven hem at the bottom, which brought it up to a little bow or a flower or something and brought it back down again. But this one had the higher top, which I thought would fit my shape better. So here we go. Here's the vignettes. Are you super excited? Because I am. Look how serious this cat is. I love it because it's almost parody, because it's halfway between like a wonderful objectification of like people being crazy about cats, and it looks like almost with like the slight frown and everything, like the Victorian picture is almost like the death portraits even, and I think it's really, really fun. I was hoping that this matches pretty good. I got this at Castle Point Anime Convention in hopes that it would match this, because cute hat. Okay, so that's vignette number 1. Vignette number 2, well, this one's smiling a little, and she has a little mouse, and it's really adorable. I also like how all the portraits hang on chains. It's actually an old way of hanging photos. You would actually have like a molding, and on the top of the molding you would have chains that would go down to the picture, rather than hammering things into walls, because at that point you were using masonry and all that, and you weren't really using drywall, and sometimes you didn't even have wood. So rich people put on the big moldings, and they had chains that held the pictures down. So I like that as well. Okay, ready? Portrait number 3. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, look at him. Oh, look at him. He's the cat baron. I think that's like, I almost said it looked like a train man's hat, but not quite. He's so noble. The noble Persian. He's so cool. I love the blues, and I love the colors. And the prints, oh man, it doesn't look like pixelated or anything, and the fabric is a nice thick feel to it. Okay, next portrait is this guy. Once again, we're back to that serious. The only one that had a smile was the childlike one with a toy. And look at him. Reminds me of some like war portraits, like Civil War like. He's so serious. He's so stoic. It almost reminds me of like a Takarazuka male player. Super cool. Oh, look, he has like a badge of honor or something. On the bottom, we do have the brand name. Let me get this upside up for you guys. put a few times, which is that honey honey kind of brand stamp in it. Brings us to the next portrait, and I believe the last portrait, which is this doll. She has a slight little smile too. Let me see. It's hard because everything's backwards from what I expect, because I expect it to be more mirror-like. There we go. And it's very, very nice. Looks like she's ready for a walk out in the park. Almost Mary Poppins-like. Very cool. So at that point we hit the back seam, and it brings us to that first portrait I told you. They matched it up as well as they could. Could have been better, but you know, different sizes and everything. I'm not that concerned. They got one of each picture of the cat and everything else. The zipper is a hidden zipper on the side, and it goes how far? It does not have a clasp at the top like the one I have from another brand, Innocent World. So this one goes down a good, what is that, 18 inches or so, like my shoulder to my shoulder about, which is a good amount of room to get into a dress, so I like that. Now on the inside we are fully lined in black silk. Of course, underneath this you will be wearing probably a shirt anyway. I might just try it on with this, since it has some red in it anyway, just so you guys can see it on me. Underneath we have the first layer of satin. Little better than a costume satin. Like it feels nice. It's not like thick satin. It's loose kind of satin. Then we have the thick print material, and then double sergered and then double stitched with the gather on the inside. 2 layers of the ruffle on the bottom, and all of this is sewn in about an inch from the edge, which makes it sit nice and flat, which is very lovely. I think that's everything I can tell about the dress right now without putting it on. I just found some stray threads on the inside from finishing, but you know, I'm so in love with this dress I can cut a few threads. Who cares? You know, no biggie. I do love this lace. It's really soft. Definitely soft. Not going to be itchy at all. So here's our accessories that came with it. Nice little zippy bag. We have 2 bows, which I think in the pictures were on the bottoms of the skirt somewhere. I can't quite remember. And they have this little ruffle edge on it to give it a little bit more detail, which is really lovely. And they're quite visually perfect. They probably have this as a separate piece and that's sewn around it. And then it's stitched in the back quite securely. That's quite a few rounds of thread there. And then we have the bigger bow with a clasp. This I feel like could have been better. I mean, it's good for ease of use, but I feel like that little ledge to hook it onto is going to be pretty loosey-goosey. Once again, nice 3 big stitches. Beautiful lace just outlining the top and the bottom of the bow with a nice contrast of the two maroony, what is it? Wine red color. And finally, oh, that's thicker than I thought it would be. That's kind of nice. This ribbon has a nice thickness to it, and the ends are, feels like they've been like finished off so they won't fray. I might, before I start wearing it a lot, give it another little treatment of no fray just to prevent anything, since it's quite the right color. Absolutely very nice. You can't see it, you can see it here. There you go. About, oh shucks, that's about a foot, and that's about a foot. So 2, 4, 6, about, right? About 6 feet. So now we will pause, and I will put on my dress, and I'll try to get a full body picture of myself somehow. I'll find out. All right. Cheers. So that was the dress. That shirt was actually also a vintage shirt, which is really cool. Also from my mom, probably when she was in college. I realized I didn't show you one feature of the dress, of course, because it's brand. We got to show the tag. My goodness. So here we go. There's our little lovely brand with the size, with a nice cord here. It's hard to see. Oop. So, and then it has this little cute, if I untwist it, okay, so it has this little cute double tag thing going on. And it's 2 layers, so it makes a nice little frame for itself with care instructions. The dress also has words on it, from rest and sleep, which but thy pictures be, the soonest are best, pleasure from thee much more, pleasure then from thee much more must flow, rest of their bones and soul's delivery. It sounds like halfway between something mourning and a love letter. For those whom thou thinkest thou dost over know. So just kind of nonsense stuff, but you know, it's pretty. Yay! So now that I'm all hot from the 90-degree weather, black thing and everything else, I hope you really enjoyed that. Obviously, I had some gloves on in that little photo shoot. They were vintage gloves, presumably, that I got from a an antique store in Point Pleasant, New Jersey. Obviously, I'm going to need a new petticoat with a little bit more body and a black one, and a little longer stockings, possibly something with a cool pattern on them. Even better with ridiculous cats on them. Maybe it would be too much to have a print on the stocking as well, might undo the balance. But I hope you enjoyed my review of the Honey cat self-portraits that I purchased from MyLolitaDress.com. Have a good day, YouTube.